Hey vlog, this is part 3 of salvation history in the Bible, and this is Moses from slavery to freedom, and today we have Shake Shack.
Yes, so before we begin about Moses, I personally got the cookies and cream milkshake, a chicken sandwich, and some chicken bites alongside some shack sauce.
And I got a truffle burger with cheese fries.
Slay. Anywho. Back to Moses. Moses' story began with him as a child. He was an Israelite, and during this time, the Pharaoh had put on orders for the Israelites to be killed, and there was a mass murdering happening during that time. So,
and his mother protected him?
Yes, she put him in a little basket and then sent him on the river that will hopefully lead him to safety. And this basket just so happened to go into the Pharaoh's palace in their little river bath place, I guess. And one of the women over there took him, and the Pharaoh's wife saw him and decided to adopt him and treat them like his own. It was really sweet, and he got to grow up mostly knowing himself as an Egyptian, not knowing his real background. And he was Prince of Egypt, just living his best life, and doing things an Egyptian prince does, sending out orders for slaves to build his new statues or whatever, and not really acknowledging his past, knowing that he should also be there, but he's just lucky that he's not slave, and he's just got adopted by God sending him there.
So basically the Israelites, they were slaves in Egypt, and Moses was chosen by God to lead them out.
So after some time he discovered that he was also an Israelite, he's not just pure Egyptian, and this kind of causes him to have some starting to find out who he really is. And after some time he decides to run away and start a new life, because basically his whole life has been a lie and he just needs some space to clear his mind. And it's during this time that he gets to connect with God and rebuilds his life, and he's now sent out to free God's people from the Egyptians.
And God showed his power through miracles like burning bush, plagues, and the parting of the Red Sea.
The burning bush is actually where they basically meet, and that's where God sends out Moses to go free his people. And Moses was really scared at first, and he was questioning God. God got really angry and told him I am the one who built you, and you can do what I sent you to do, and he will be with him the whole time, and he will guide him through the process. And being obedient, he did follow God's order and went up to Egypt, where it had changed a lot. I mean, there was a new Pharaoh who was his stepbrother, I guess, or adopted brother, but he had changed a lot. And after he went there, he demanded that to let his people go, but the Pharaoh did not listen to him. And the first miracle that he did was turning the staff into the snake to prove what God can really do. But Pharaoh ignored this and just had his magicians kind of do the same thing, but they just summoned snakes, which both got defeated by Moses' snakes from the staff.
But eventually the Pharaoh finally let them go, and they escaped through the sea, but only with God's help. And in the same way, Jesus helps us from being trapped by sin. And Moses gave the people the law, and Jesus gave us love and grace. Jesus brings something greater. Through him, we're not just told how to live, we're given the power to live differently, not by obligation, but by transformation. And from the Garden of Eden to Egypt, from the desert to the cross, God has been writing a story of salvation, and here's the good news: you're a part of that story.
If you're trapped in something, whether it's sin, fear, shame, or addiction, there's a Savior who can bring you out, and his name's Jesus.
Just like the Israelites had to step out in faith through the Red Sea, you and I have to take a step of faith into the freedom Jesus offers. Maybe today's the day for you.
Play.
John chapter 8, verse 36. If the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed.